everybody. Thank you for inviting. My name is Janice, yes. And I run 2 a.m. Dessert Bar. It's 4.5 years old. It's located at Holland Village. There it is. And so we pair progressive desserts with wines. And so instead of franchising, instead of opening another 2 a.m. dessert bar overseas or anywhere near us, or even in Singapore, I decided to open 2 a.m. Lab. It's a very meaningful project, and like I like it to be interactive. So if anyone is in the crowd and want to ask questions, you can always tweet me at Janice Wong 2 a.m. So this is the lab. Basically, I opened up 2 a.m. Lab last year to really inspire to not recreate, but to create new techniques, new textures for food for future generations. What I find about franchising, a brand, is that you're always recreating what is already there. I mean, how many flavors of creme brulees or panna cottas have you guys had? What about taking, nothing and make something out of it? What if you put eggs, flour, sugar, and maybe a pear in front of you? What would you create? I guess that's our job, the chef's job to do. And so that is the flavor wall. This is the entrance of the lab. It's located at Fusionopolis. And it houses 1,000 flavors. And we're still building up and collecting all these flavors. So when one goes into the lab and see all these flavors, one can be inspired to cook, create, and pair flavors together. One thing I want to share today, since I have 3 minutes, is really what inspires me, and the question I get asked most from media or from friends. And I launched a book last year called Perfection and Imperfection, and Imperfection and Perfection. So what inspires me most is really things around me, and first of all, it's colors, textures. Taking a piece of paper, and we actually make everything in the bar or in the lab. And this is actually fruit roll-up, so just taking purees and dehydrating it and making a dessert out of it. And this is called the garden, taking everything around me from my garden in my house and putting something together. We managed to serve this dessert for LKY's birthday last year, so I was pretty happy about that. And then really, what if you work with just one color? What would you discover? What I discovered while just working with one color, purple, orange, brown, is flavor pairings. This is one of our signatures for 3 years. It's purple potato puree at the bottom with Kessis parfait and marshmallows. And the bottom is actually a painting, which I printed out and put it on the plate. So it's my first painting featured in the book. And if anyone wants to see the book, you can see Rachel later. It's over there. And the first painting I painted was shades of purple. And this was what inspired me to create desserts from my own paintings or from colors. So going on to orange, orange into red, which is featured in the book. And then green. They're all edible, just in case. So this is something very special. This was also featured in the book, Beauty in the Broken. This is a very beautiful nasturtium flower that I got from Australia. What I did was really tearing out all the petals, and what you see is the core, which there's so much beauty in the brokenness. If you see a broken leaf or a broken pebble, I mean, is there beauty in it? And I think a lot of people want perfect cakes, square or round. And what if you do something as natural as it should be? This is a photo of a rock, a piece of date coral in San Sebastian. I used to work in Azac in Spain, and it's a 3-star, I believe. And during siesta time, I would take my walks, and I found all these date corals lying beside the beach, and everyone was taking photos of the really beautiful beach. No one sees all these brokenness around them. Took this photo and made a dessert out of it, which is over here. It's also a signature at the bar called the Cayambe H2O, made out of chocolate and water, 50% each. It's like a mousse-like texture created for women for cravings at night and don't want to leave full. So again, we made this really like texture, sprayed it with gray cocoa butter, and paired it with cherry yuzu. So again, what inspires me is not just colors, but nature, things around us, and really just playing with textures. next thing that really inspires me is things around us that you don't notice, or some people do not notice all the time, which is like a pencil, a pen. This is actually a brush that we use for the floor. Of course, it's cleaned. What I did was, this is chocolate. So we tempered chocolate, made a table out of it, scratched it, and it becomes like wood. So then we made an entire wall of this. These are all wood planks. They look like wood planks because you scratched it. Colored them, and I call it this chocolate spice wall. So this is made out of sugar as well, inspired by corals under the sea. So some of these projects I've taken it a bit further out of what we do at the bar and the lab. And this year we're focusing quite a bit on edible art installations. So I made a 3-meter wall out of this, bigger than me. It took 3 months altogether to put it together. And you know, just really inspiring people when they look at a piece of art. Can you actually eat it? Can you interact with it? And that was what I wanted to share with people. So during the book launch, I did 7 edible art installations. The sugar wall is one of them, putting marshmallows all around. And really having the people interact with it and have the painting or the piece of art evolving all the time. And I felt that was a personal satisfaction for me. And we're having a few projects this year. One is end of May. It's open to public. If anyone wants to come, you can drop your email to Rachel, and we'll definitely invite you over. I'll be doing about 10 edible installations. So you can eat off the ceiling. So that was the sugar we did. This is in the Sky Park in Marina Bay Sands. It was made with 1,000 kilos of sugar. And all these truffles made of bergamot, marshmallows, or wakame, things that are found in the sea that inspires. And everything is edible, really transforming, you know, something small into something big. And that's the marshmallow, which also featured in the book. And I was actually making fresh marshmallow, and the photographer, during the photo shoot of the book, he came over while I was, you know, having fun playing around with my hands. And I took the marshmallow and pulled it up. Because it's so fresh, you know, you can actually make it pliable before it sets. And he took a photo of that. So that's featured in the book. And I was really inspired by that to create a marshmallow ceiling for the book launch. So people had to walk around below, and I had a server there standing on a really nice stove to cut the marshmallows for you. So it reminds me of the icicles out there. They taste like bergamot marshmallows, and so it's meant to be interactive, fun. And what if, you know, you don't take your little Hershey marshmallows and make them into art pieces? And yeah, I believe that's it. Thank you very much.